Hello. In this video I'm going to show you what your completed assignment should look like for the week. I gave you written specifications if that helps, but I figured just seeing it in action would also help. And so I'm sure some of you are hoping to get something useful out of this, like be able to see some of my code that I wrote. I did not, so I just gave a bunch of white space and everything useful is down below, but I'm going to show you how this form should work. And, feel free to be creative, right? I don't know what else you want to add or exactly how you want to implement things. Your goal should not be to do exactly what I did. So, it's called index, and the action of the form is the index. So basically this is going to process itself. There's one page, and the first thing it needs to do is detect basically whether you've pressed submit or not. So I'm going to run this, and I'm going to run it in Firefox. Right, and I get, ooh, there's a bunch of code. So I need to put localhost in here, and I also need to capitalize the first letter of the directory. That's just kind of how XAMPP is set up by default. So here's my form. So notice that I'm not getting any error messages or anything. So when I go to run this form, I just kind of get the blank field here saying enter measurement, and I've got these radio buttons. So if I do something like I enter a 1 and I do circle, then I press calculate, you can see that I'm using the get, right? I'm using get. You're going to use post. I just used get so you could see exactly what was going on. And so I gave a little message saying your shape is a circle and your dimension is 1. That was not part of the specifications, but that is a nice little debugging tool. And then here's really the assignment, I guess. It says the area of your circle with radius 1 is 3.14. And does that sound right? It is. 1 squared is 1 times pi is that. Now let's do a square with radius of 7. So this should be 7 times 7 is 49. I click calculate. All right, 7, 7, 49. So notice that when I first brought up the form, this stuff wasn't there. So basically my form was looking up here, so I was seeing if anything was passed. So notice there's 3 things being passed. There's a variable called shape that has a value. There's a variable called square, which is whatever this radio button is, which has a value. And there's also submit. So whatever button you press down here is getting passed. So the first thing that happens in my form is I check to see whether you pressed calculate, and if you pressed calculate, then I show this stuff. So you could think about there's an if statement behind the scenes. And so this piece here only gets rendered if the calculate button was pressed. So when I first loaded up this form, in other words, like I hack off all this stuff, you'll notice those top 2 lines aren't there because I didn't send that data to the form. You're going to use post, which is similar to get. And if I do clear, it's kind of interesting, I guess. Right, notice everything gets sent, but right up top in my form, I'm making sure you press calculate. If you press clear, I don't really care, right? Nothing happens. Nothing's supposed to happen. It's not supposed to do any math. And you can also do all kinds of weird stuff like this. Let's say that you do, oh, my dimension's 10, but you don't do a shape. You try to calculate it, and it says you must specify a shape. So in other words, it's only getting into those calculations if you pass it a valid shape and a valid measurement. So kind of similarly, if I do square but I don't give it a valid number, I go to calculate and it says you must specify a valid length. So I'm checking for those things independently. And that's basically what your form is supposed to do. So when you first get to the page, right, and you don't have any values, right, there's nothing. There's no weird notices going on up here or anything like that. So that's the project. Finishing it is up to you. So good luck, and I'm here to support you. So send me an email, come see me on Friday. I don't know what you want to do, but I do want you to do well on this. So that's why I made the video. Thanks for watching.